Welcome to Panels and Borders. I'm Dominic. So I recently did a video about the new Dune book that's going to be released in October by Ace Hardcovers. So I just wanted to go through, I thought I'd do a video and go through some of the Dune books that I actually own. So I'm going to go through, first I'm going to go through the original 6 Frank Herbert books that I have, and so the first one, the very first copy of Dune I ever got was this one right here. Now this is from, I got this through the Science Fiction Book Club. So I don't know how many people can remember that. It's still a thing in the United States, but here in Canada they actually went out of business. So there is no Science Fiction Book Club anymore. So whenever I read Dune, take a look at the spine, or whenever I read Dune, this is the one that I read. And you can see it's a little bit scuffed up and a little bit tattered, just for me reading it over and over and over again. So that's the one, that's the very first one I started with, was this one right here. So then after that, I got 2 more of Frank Herbert's books through the Science Fiction Book Club. I got Dune, Messiah, and Children of Dune all put together in one large book. Through the Science Fiction Book Club. And so anyway, I read both of these back to back, and because they were all in one book. And I actually thought, when I first got this, I actually thought Dune and Children of Dune were one book. I didn't realize they were originally printed as 2 separate books. And then the next one I got after that in the Science Fiction Book Club was God, Emperor of Dune. And I like the look of these formats. The only thing, now, the first 3 Dune books I got from the Science Fiction Book Club, they're all the exact same size, but they're all formatted differently. I wish all 3 were like formatted like this, or all 3 were formatted like this. So then they would all look uniform on the bookshelf, which none of my Dune books look uniform, which is a little bit of a pet peeve I have. So those were the first 3 that I got. So that got me into Dune big time, were those first 3 books. So then after that, I had to hunt down, since the Science Fiction Book Club closed up, and I had to hunt down the last 2 remaining books of the original 6. I had to get them in bookshops. So the next one obviously was this one here, Heretics of Dune, and I just have a paperback of this one. Well, actually I have a hardcover that I picked up recently, but this is the paperback version. This is the one I picked up in around like the mid-2000s, around 2004, 2003. And then after that, I picked up Chapterhouse Dune. Now, in bookstores now, these books are very easy to get. But for some reason, in the mid-2000s, I had a really tough time tracking down Chapterhouse Dune for some reason. Not sure why. This is also, I kind of like this format for the Frank Herbert books. And it kind of got the picture, cool spine and stuff. So I like that. So now, as for Heretics of Dune, I actually picked up a old hardcover version of that just a few weeks ago. So this one here I picked up at a thrift store, and I really like these older covers for the Dune books. I think they look really cool. This one here, they cut it, I don't know what they used to cut that with, but it's a little bit tattered, but for the most part it's in really good shape for a book that's as old as this book is, because I think this was printed in the 80s. So that was actually a really neat find. And then the next one I have of, now this is a new one I picked up recently. This is a brand new hardcover from Ace. And Ace is the ones that are, I believe, going to be doing the new hardcover with a brand new looking cover in October. And so this one is kind of to replace the one that I have that I usually use to read from, because just that one's getting old and tattered now, and I like having a hardcover book. Now this one is formatted the same as the paperbacks, but this was released in hardcover, but I wish they would release these ones the same as these ones, so I could at least have the original 6 books all in one format. That would kind of look cool on the bookshelf. There's that one. Now, before I get on to my final copy of that I own, my favorite copy of Dune, I also wanted to show this version I have of Dune is the Dune storybook based on the David Lynch film. This one I picked up somewhere at a flea market or somewhere like that, but I've had it a while, and it's a little bit water damaged, but the still kind of a cool find. these. I remember they had this for the Star Wars books as well. You get Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back and stuff in these big format storybooks. So now on to my favorite version of Dune in print. I think is the best, the one that I own anyway, is this one right here. And that is the 50th anniversary folio edition of Dune. And it looks gorgeous on the bookshelf. You can see from the spine there. And this ran me about $150 Canadian for this book. And as you can see, gorgeous cover. It's all done in silver and has Paul on the cover. And what I like about this book is, well, it has this cool map of Arrakis on the inside. And then, but the other really nice thing about this book is it's painted. So it has like really nice paintings. Like here's one of the Baron Harkonnen. And the paper is very thick, like it's a very heavy stock paper. And as you can go through the book, there's a lot of really beautiful paintings inside. Here's another beautiful painting. I believe that's the Emperor. And this one here that I'm going to show you is really awesome. They got this one, like a 2-page spread of an ornithopter entering a big sandstorm. That's gorgeous. And another one that's right here at the back. If you can just, if I can just find it here, it is just amazing as far as the paintings go. That I really like is this one right here. This is another beautiful painting. So it has paintings like that throughout it, and it is just a gorgeous book. So this book is basically like the centerpiece of all my other Dune books on the bookshelf. So those are all the books I have of the original 6 Frank Herbert books. Those are all the different versions I have. And there's a few other versions, really nice versions. There's another version I'd like to get from Barnes & Nobles. Has a very nice leather-bound version of Dune that looks really nice. I've seen pictures of it. Wouldn't mind having that. But as for the re-release that Ace is doing in October, I think I'm going to pick that up because it looks really nice. And that one it's going to have, I believe, going to have illustrations in it as well. So that is all of my Dune books for the Frank Herbert ones. So that's everything I've got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you for watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification when new videos are uploaded.